Hello friends, welcome to Pen and Paper channel. So where we will explain legal and banking concepts in simple way using only pen and paper. Today we will be talking about check basics, what are the types of check and essential tip with easy examples so you will never get confused again. So now we will see what is a check. A check is a written order from the account holder to the bank to pay a certain amount to a person or entity. So this is the definition of a check. So the person writing the check is called as the drawer, and the person who is receiving the money from the check is called the payee, and the bank from which the money is withdrawn is the drawee. So these are the parties in a check. These parties are drawer, who is going to write the check, the account holder, the drawee, the bank that makes the payment, the payee, the person who is going to receive the money. So now we will be seeing what are the types of checks we have. The different types of checks we have. The first one is the bearer check. So this is the check in which payable to whoever who is going to hold it. So maybe the account holder can take it to the bank and he can withdraw immediately, and the person who is going to hold it, or the bearer as the name mentioned, so he is going to withdraw the amount. For example, pay 10,000 rupees to self or bearer. We can just write in the pay field in the check. Now the second check we have is the order check. So here it is only payable to the person to whom we are going to write in the check. So example is the pay 10,000 rupees to Anjali Verma. So the bank is going to ask to provide Anjali Verma to give the identity proof. Then they are going to pay the amount. Then we have the cross check. So this is the check which is going to have the two parallel lines, and this can be deposited to bank only, and the money is also going to be transferred to the account. Then we have the post dated check. As the name mentions, the check which is going to have the future date which is mentioned, so that is going to be the post dated check. For example, the check which is having the date of 25th August 2025, and today is the 15th August. So after 10 days, we can withdraw money from that. So that is going to be called as post dated check. And last one is the stale check. So this check which is more than 3 months old, which is invalid, so that is called as stale check. So now we will be seeing the essential tips for check safety. So the first one is we are going to use blue or black ink only while filling the check. So this is very much essential. So do not use any other color, so that uh, the only blue and black ink only be used to fill the check. The second essential tip is do not leave spaces after we are going to write the amount. We need to mention this symbol. For example, I'm going to write 10,000 rupees on the check, and then I'm going to write this. So this is going to avoid in case there are any changes made after you give the check. The third essential tip for check safety is we need to write the full name of the payee, and we need to avoid the nicknames. So we need to mention the payee's full name, so that if in case it is account transfer, or we are going to make it as a bearer check, so when they are going to provide the ID proof during the withdrawal, so it will be easier for them. So the next essential tip for check safety is the cross check for safe transfer. So this is very much important, as this is going to be for the account payee and the person to whom we have mentioned the name. So likewise, we are going to make the transaction safer. So the next safety tip is the we do not sign multiple places unnecessarily. So there is a place to sign in the check. So there that place only we are going to use, and we need to make sure that we'll be signing in that place only. So the next essential tip is we need to check the date before we are going to issue the check. So many a times it happens that there are some errors or the months or the date which we have mentioned or the year. We need to make sure the date is correct before we are going to issue the check. So the last essential tip for check safety is we need to keep our checkbook secure. So there is also one more tip I am going to share here. So we should not sign any check if in case if you are having the checkbook, kindly do not sign and keep your checkbook in a safe place. So now we will be seeing an example to write a bearer check. So for example, so today's date is 15th August 2025. So we need to write the date in the date box and we need to make sure the format should be in date, month and year format. And in case if this is a self or bearer check, so it's already been mentioned here. So we can just write or it is going to be paid to the bearer who is going to hold this check. For example, if the check amount is 5,000 rupees, so I'm going to write it here 5,000 and I will just complete this one. And here I will just mention in words 5,000 rupees only. So this is very much important and after issuing it should not be misused and we need to just sign above. So this is a typical example for the self or the bearer check so that the person who is going to hold this check can easily withdraw the amount in bank. So the next example we are going to see is the order check. So I'm going to order the bank. So I will just again go through. So this is the date when I'm going to issue the check and I'm going to order the bank to pay to Rahul Kumar, that is 5,000 rupees again, and I'm going to sign it here. So this is a typical example of the order check. I'm going to order the bank to pay to Rahul Kumar. So when Rahul Kumar is presenting this check to the bank is going to ask is the ID proof so that they will verify and then they will give the payment in cash, the check amount in cash. So the next type of check we are going to see is the crossed check. I will start with the date and I'm going to just mention here name and I'm going to write it here 10,000 rupees and I will just going to sign it here and here I'm just going to put the two lines and mention account pay. So this is the typical example of the crossed check and when Manish is going to deposit in the bank, so the amount is going to be credited to his account. So there is no cash given to him. So this is a account pay check. So the next example we are going to see here is the post dated check. So today is 15th August and I'm going to make it post dated, that is 1st of September 2025 to Rahul Kumar for amount of 5,000 rupees. And here I'm going to sign and since this is a bearer check, the person who is going to hold is going to get the amount in bank and this is the post dated check. If before 1st of September, if Rahul Kumar is presenting this to bank, he won't be getting any amount. Since this is the date which is mentioned here, so on that date, Rahul Kumar is going to receive the amount. So friends, I'm going to make a quick recap here. So check is a payment order, and the parties involved here are the drawer, drawee, and payee. And the types of check we have seen is the bearer, order, cross, post dated, and stale check. And we have also seen the safety tip to prevent misuse. Friends, this is explained by pen and paper. Learn law the simple way. And the simple explanation of the checks we have seen, the basic types importance. Keep watching pen and paper for more easy law lessons. Take care. Thank you.